In the recent lectures, we discussed about the foreign keys, its definition and few examples. And in those examples, we discussed that what is exactly the foreign key is. Foreign key is basically a column in one table which refers to a primary key of the second table, which means that it will be a single column. Based upon this definition, foreign key can be a null. So we discussed already a few examples. Today we are going to discuss foreign key when it is a part of some composite key. What do you mean by this? It means that if there are two tables, one table is a parent table and the second table is a child table. In the child table, when the foreign key is basically a part of one composite key, this means in the second table there are two columns which are composite keys. One of the column will be a foreign key that refers to a primary key of the first table. This is what you mean by the foreign key is a part of composite key. Then we will discuss about the logical link, how things are managed, and later on we will discuss about the recursive relationship with another manufacturing kind of example. Foreign key is a part of composite key means primary key will be a column that is underlined. So there are two tables. Let's suppose in purchasing the item, we have two tables. One is item table, the other one is order item. So order item is an invoice table and item is basically a parent table. So in the item table, item number is a primary key which has its name and purchase price, and similarly this item belongs to which department and who will be the buyer of this item or who will be the main buyer of this item. The order item is basically invoice item in which there are two columns. One item is purchased by one invoice, same item is purchased by another invoice. So same invoice cannot be given to the same another person. So we have two composite keys. The one is called order number, the other one is called item number. So order number and item numbers are two composite keys in the sold item or order item. So what exactly it will be working on? So item number will be a composite key in order item which refers to a primary key in item number. So this is how things are managed. So in the child table, there may be more than one, maybe more than two or three columns which are composite key, but one of them, two of them will be a foreign key that may refers to a primary key. So in that particular case, we can find out the profit of the item by linking these two tables. Profit can be find out from the P price from the item minus P price sales price from the order item. So if you make a SQL queries on this one, and we can minus these two things and we get the profit. Another concept is normally manage. The concept is basically a kind of definition which is called a referential integrity constraints. So in the referential integrity constraints, it is making sure one issue that the referring column will be basically a primary key and a referenced column will be a foreign key. So this concept or this kind of statement is called referential integrity constraints. Alternatively, sometime we can say foreign key is called a referential integrity constraint, or foreign key is itself a constraint. So this is a kind of alternative way of expressing the things. Now we discuss about this example. When we go to any retail shop, we normally buy items for our motorcycle or items for our car, and for that purpose each item can be sold out by the store and we normally buy the items. So whenever we buy the items, it will be items of items. What do you mean by this? It means, let's suppose we have a motorcycle which is a main item and this motorcycle has its own ID. We can buy a full motorcycle and sometime we can buy a motorcycle with its parts. For example, it will be divided into two major parts. The one is called drive assembly, the other one is called chassis. Chassis needs more items as well, like front wheel, rear wheel, or maybe brakes or some other items. Similarly, drive assembly is normally managed with the engines, gear and some other items as well. So each of these items will be saleable items by the enterprise and we're going to buy those items for our motorcycle. So for buying items, we always say that these items must have item number and they must have some kind of price to sell out. Some item, for example, they are not sold item, the saleable item. Those can be maybe screw, glue or some other items, and those will be not normally sold out. Those items are not considered as saleable item, but these items are saleable items. तो इस तरह के जो items होते हैं उनके लिए हमें कुछ कॉलम सिलेक्ट करने पड़ते हैं. अगर हम इन कॉलम्स को गौर से देखें तो हमें देखना पड़ेगा कि पार्ट नंबर एक कॉलम है, पार्ट नेम दूसरा कॉलम है. इसी तरीके से किसी आइटम का वेट कंसीडर किया जा सकता है, कलर कंसीडर किया जा सकता है, ब्रांड कंसीडर किया जा सकता है, मेक ईयर कंसीडर किया जा सकता है, उसकी परचेज प्राइस देखी जा सकती है. इसी तरीके से उसकी पार्ट टाइप देखी जाती है, जैसे वो असेंबल्ड आइटम है या नॉन असेंबल्ड आइटम है या सिंगल आइटम है. इसी तरीके से जब इस तरह की डायग्राम बनाएंगे तो हमें एक रेफरेंस कॉलम चाहिए होगा कि which item comes under which item. So on that particular basis, we can say that every item is consist of some kind of primary key. So 101 is basically item number, and we can say that this item is, let's suppose, 201. This item is called 203. And similarly, we can say that this item is 301, 302, 303. And similarly, this item is 308 or something. So every item must have ID. These other items must have IDs. So when we say that which items come under which items, so we can say that 301 item come under 302 items come under 201, 201. So similarly, we can say that 303 item is basically come under 201. And 308 item come under 203. So this approach is called recursive relationship. So when we say recursive, we can say this is pointing to part number. And that's the basic definition of the recursive relation when we manage foreign key as a recursive.